take one thing or aspect about yourself, something you said about your life, and they will change it into an entirely different narrative that it's not. Hello creatives, welcome or welcome back to today's video. You guys, we are almost at 100 subs. As a matter of fact, let me show you where we're at. That says 96 subs, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, that's such a big mark for me. Like, I just try to imagine myself putting myself in a room of 100 people and I'm just like, wow, and just like instilling life into them, telling them about my past traumas and things like that. Like, that is such a big deal, and we are almost there. So for everyone that is here, let's give it a round of applause. And also, I've been doing YouTube for 5 months. Like, I started YouTube in January, so it's like, wow. Yeah, I'm just really excited to be here. Like, this is very shocking to me that I've stuck with this and been consistent with this for the past 5 months. So yeah, let's keep going. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on to today's video. So what today's video is about is I've kind of been in a little funk this past week, and so this is why this upload may be a little late. And so it's just like I just started therapy and things like that, and I've just been realizing that I've been forgetting about the little things that keep me going on a day-to-day basis and that keep me alive. And so I decided to make this video because I realized that there's so many other people out there like me. We get caught up in work, school, life, hobbies itself, and we just seem to neglect the things that keep us pushing, in a sense. And so I wanted to remind you all about the little attributes of life are the key small luxuries to maximizing the big life and the big destiny that you already have for yourself. And the reason why I call them small luxuries is because a lot of people don't have these luxuries, believe it or not. You may think that, oh, it's something small, everybody experiences this, but we have to always remind ourselves that each person that we meet has a unique experience of their own. And so the first small luxury to identify in your life is breathing. And I know you're like,
girl, everybody's breathing. Like, come on, like, this is a small luxury.
And yes, it is a small luxury, because when you woke up this morning and you somebody else in the world did not do that. Somebody else in the world did not wake up this morning. And I feel like we take this for granted the most because we don't appreciate the life that we already are given, the physical life, the breath of life that we are already given as soon as we wake up in the morning. And I just think a lot of that has to do with this life moves fast, and so you got to move fast with it. So as soon as you get up in the morning, it's, oh, I got to get dressed for work. I got to get my kids dressed for school. I got to get them ready for school, graduation, bills, things like that. And it's so easy for us to get that. It's so easy for us to forget that, wow, I am actually alive and I'm breathing right now. Like, what is this life right now? Like, I have a purpose to still be continuing this life. That's a big deal, because all of us know, and I'm pretty sure all of us have dealt with a death in our life that just kind of shook us because they were just so young and so lively and they just passed away. And that just makes me realize that life is too short and you have to appreciate the life that you have. You have to appreciate the breadth of life that you have. And how to enjoy this simple small luxury of life is one of the things that I do is that I pray in the morning, and one of the first things that I thank God for is thank you for the breath of life, because thank you, God, because somebody else did not wake up this morning. That's one of the things that I do. And then another thing that I do is that I'll do breathing exercises, or I'll just simply just do that a couple of times and you'll be okay. Now, a second small luxury of life is community. And the reason why I say community is basically because I feel like, especially as young people, we don't lean on our community enough. I feel like we get so caught up in this hustle culture and being by ourselves to work on ourselves, when really it takes a village to make you. It took a village to get you beyond high school. It's going to take a village to get you beyond college, to get you beyond your career. And I know for me especially, I struggle with hyper independence a lot. Like, maybe it's an aspect of I don't want people don't owe me anything or whatever the case may be, but I always feel like I got it, I can do it myself, don't worry about it, I got it. And you get yourself into that mode so much that it starts to get really lonely when you get in that mode, and then you start to feel like people are against you or people are never there for you, when really when someone asks you if you need something, you always tell them that you got it even when you don't really got it. So that's why I say it's so important to lean on the people that love you, and I promise you there are people out there that love you and that want to listen to you. And even if you still feel like that even after me saying it, please seek therapy. And I'm saying this because I just started therapy last week, in fact, and with seeking therapy, it's always nice to have a neutral party that can help you navigate through your feelings and your emotions and even past traumas that you went through to help you heal further along the line down the future, especially within your 20s. Because really your 20s is really like your healing journey, like the whole 20 to 29, and I am 23 saying this, so please believe me. Now, to identify this small luxury within your life, I would do it just by soaking in your surroundings. Like, what I challenge you to do is to pick a family member that you've been wanting to hang out with, whether that be your mom, your sister, your aunt, your brother, whatever the case may be, and hang out with them for a day. Lean on them and tell them like, hey, I just want somebody to hang out with, to talk to just get my mind off of certain things. Lean on the people that love you the most so that you can carry that with you into the next steps of your life. Now the third small luxury in life that you need to identify is kindness. Now, humanity lacks this as a whole. I feel like, especially when it pertains to social media, people will pick apart one thing or aspect about yourself, something you said about your life, and they will change it into an entirely different narrative that it's not. Like, I can go on the internet and say I like apples, but then somebody go comment, oh, so you don't like oranges? No, I just prefer apples. Like, you see what, like, I feel like that's how the world really operates now, and we just really forget as human beings to give grace to others and especially ourselves. Now, in the Bible, what it says about grace in Colossians 4 verse 6, let your conversations be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. And what that basically means to me is that when you embody grace and you carry grace with you, when you give people the benefit of the doubt, that same benefit of the doubt or that same grace will be applied to you in your life. So basically it's like, you give me kindness, I give you kindness. You give me respect, I give you respect. All of that is a give and take situation. How you can identify kindness as a small luxury in your life is, I would go and I would practice one act of kindness, whether that be towards yourself or to someone else. That could be buying the person behind you a Starbucks drink or a sandwich, whatever the case may be, paying for someone's meal, doing something nice for someone. Okay, and as far as towards yourself, I would practice daily affirmations, and especially as far as talking to God and having Him instill within you the same love that you want to give to others. That's just basically saying like, I am beautiful, I am kind, I am wanted. What you could also do is treat yourself to your favorite cup of coffee, treat yourself to your favorite breakfast, your favorite lunch, dinner, whatever the case may be. Treat yourself kind. Lastly, the small luxury of life is options, or just simply having them. We may not have everything that we want in life, but at least we can choose our something. This kind of goes hand in hand to the first small luxury with as far as breathing. This is something that we also take for granted, that we have the option. Some of us have the option of making a YouTube video right now. Some of us have the option of waking up and going to their job. Some of us have the option of getting up and going straight to the airport and going on vacation. Some people have that option, or it can just be the little things, like just having that option of what you want to do in life. And a lot of people think that we're all afforded the same options, and we actually are not. And that's just based off of like experiences, who we surround ourselves with, and also that can be based off of experiences, traumas, and just general things that you could have gone through in life. I just feel like we get caught up so much in what we don't have, and then we start to participate in this hustle culture and like try to get the things that everyone else has when we don't. Sometimes we just need to stop, look around, and smell the roses, like smell the roses in our own garden. And how you could identify this small luxury of life, I would practice your daily options. So first, you can be grateful and thankful for the option of, I have the option of going to my refrigerator and making breakfast, or I can go out and buy breakfast, or I have the option of using my PTO time, or I have the option of going to work. And just realizing and being grateful for what you do have instead of the options that you don't have, because the options that you don't have, they'll come sooner or later. As long as you keep working and staying on the course of life and, you know, doing this first small luxury of breathing, that you always have the chance of increasing the options that you already have. And so now, lastly, what I just want you to learn in general is to know that you get one life. Smell the roses and appreciate everything that you have now, and appreciate everything in the smallest ways so that it can reflect in your biggest of blessings. Because as I said before, life is too short, and before you know it, you could be sitting on your deathbed tomorrow, and that's just real talk. So as always before, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see as far as future content. And thank you so much. Bye. And let's get to 100 subs.